Savitur Vereniam Bargo Devasya Daimahi Dayo Yonaha Prachodayat. May the higher selves of Clint and John allow their path to be illuminated on every step. Thank you.
Wow. Every moment is a sacred space. Pick a path and we'll meet at the light. 4 years ago, we had this crazy idea of bringing a tribe together of people who weren't afraid to be who they were. That was how to be cool, when you show up just as you are. And we had this empty building here, white walls, gray floor, and we're trying to dream up what could we build here that would make it be what called the neighborhood to come in and have an authentic experience. And so that's when I first met John. John was recommended to come in and do some carpentry right here. And I knew how to make coffee, but I didn't know how to build a bar. And so John and I meet. He's wearing a black leather jacket, and we're standing at this wall. And I'm like, okay, so it's like a violin kind of thing, and yeah, I got to go with me here. It's and John, his answer, no problem, we can do that. The bar with the plumbing, no problem, we can do that. I have this one. I put this arch here, and it's really heavy. It's still wet. John crawled into the ceiling, and for 4 hours through the middle of the night, bolted something, a joist or thing, to make sure that didn't fall on anybody. And it's like 4 a.m. John comes out of the crawl space. Me and Andy Gilchrist had been holding it up for about 4 hours. We had the easy job. and John comes down off the ladder, and John, how you doing? How is everything? Piece of cake. Like, wow, sweat is dripping. Like, this is I thought I was an optimist, but I have met my challenge. Since then, when something broke, John came to fix it. When we had an idea of like having this bootleg television station, and what if we could actually point cameras at this stage and share it with everybody? Boy, for me, as a dreamer and a guitar player, I have those dreams, but I don't even know how to start that, John. Not a problem. Piece of cake. We can do that. When the bar sink floods, John comes to fix it. When the computer breaks, when the carpentry doesn't work, when I don't know how to get my guitar into the right signal. John is this third piece, the third owner here that is the best of what the three of us can bring. John, the best of the technical side of where great minds and engineering have brought us to. And we'll use the best of that, right? Sarah, the one who holds an integrity, right? Who dives into all these books to see how does another person feel about their existence, and then wants to share it with you. Or who believes in that, empowering a neighborhood to sell their things instead of buy from some corporation to try to sell to that neighborhood. Let's empower everybody. And we'll try to sell things that are of this neighborhood. All right? That's Sarah. Yeah. And me, I make a mean cappuccino. Right, heart. Right, heart. Oh. I play a mean guitar, and when Taylor doesn't, I mop at the end of the night. And I just have to say that in taking the best of where we've come from to get to this moment of here now to move forward, when John and I go, we will be taking your hearts and your prayers with us, and that will be the blanket and the fuel. And behind, we leave you the best of who we are today, and that comes through Taylor, who has a Taylor and I have this thick competition of who has a bigger heart. And we try to outdo each other every day. You're such a pirate. You're such a brother. And you are the best of who we are. Yeah. We leave the best of who we are in Craig. Craig, you are the one who is fearless to seize the moment. You are the one who, when you are in a storm and the wind is raging, and we're on the seas together on our ship, I look at you and you're like, great, let's pick some good CDs to play and turn it up loud and rage through the storm. Let's do it again, right? Fearless heart. We leave the best of us in Lily, who is Lily the Libra, the balance. You can't judge a book by its cover with Lily. And plus, I think she's packing a switchblade in her boot, too. I think. She's the practicalness to you think you know God, I know God. It comes through this right here, right? Thank you, Lily, for bringing the goddess to us and being fearless with that. Yeah. To Cameron, who holds our ship every morning, 5 mornings a week. To our Canadian brother, Cameron, our brother who spreads the Christian message, that light, the Christ message. And he does that here with us heathens. And smiles, right? He works right hand to side by side with Craig. Cameron, you are the best of us. You are the one who is bold enough to say the truth, no matter what. And we see you. We leave behind Decker, our cowboy brother, who is a new man on the team here, who brought a little cowboy into the pirate, who's an artist over at, to Decker, everyone. A storytelling cowboy artist, who I believe I've seen him throw an espresso shot glass in the air and shoot it with his 6. Right. To Julie, who brought in cool. Julie, who I got to know over caramel lattes most afternoons here, who saw the light here and got closer and said, can I be part of it? I got something to add into it. Julie, for your courageous heart of stepping up. We leave the best of who we are with you. To Peggy, who was the one who said it was okay to send a friend request. Peggy, your brilliance and your community skills, your ability to touch so many different lives and be this bridge for people who are speaking the truth to come through and be that vessel for it. Thank you for bringing that here, and we leave the best of us with you. Thank you for being here. Alexandra, our rhythm sister. We would not know where one is without you. I've seen you go from playing drums outside while fire dancing was going on to leading one of the most successful things that we do here under this roof, which is the Women's Drum Circle, where where women gather and speak through rhythm, and then the men get scared. It's beautiful. Thanks for holding the goddess here, and we leave the best of us with you here. Hold on. Yeah, Alexander. Tamara, my soul sister, who was fearlessly braved serendipity, living on serendipity with me, where that accidental path that's just supposed to happen happens, and bringing your light in here to pour coffee for the neighborhood and to take moments at the table to hold a space for people to come in and channel themselves through the higher. You see everybody with the higher. And that is what you bring here, and that's the highest that we leave with you here, Mara. Ramona, our sweet sister who shows up here at 5 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that the place is cleaned and that the corners are attended to. The person who makes sure that none of us fall and you take none of the credit. You are the secret weapon here. You're the stealth magical elf in the middle of the night that makes everything right by the time we show up to open the doors to the neighborhood. Ramona, thank you. To Mikhail, our dishwashing poet, bookkeeper, leader of the light. Mikhail came here, and when he first realized what he needed to do here and that he wanted to give back, he just offered humbly if he could do the dishes. Sure, we were getting to know each other, and he, for a year, did the dishes every day. As a way to give service to the neighborhood. Nice. Yeah, right? Mikhail. And through that, he shared with us his poetry. He first started reading Rumi here to us. And then he started reading his words to us. He's published 3 SoulFood open mic books. He is our poet laureate, the one that puts our story into the poem and makes sure the people get it. And then we found out that he is a poet with numbers. And every day he graduated from dishwasher to bookkeeper, manager, organizer, accountant, office, guru, the one who brought the message of a penny saved is a penny earned. And every penny counts. And if we count every penny that comes through here and shine a light on it, then that's how we will give back to the neighborhood the worth of what they give us to be here. We will see it, we will count it, and we will thank every penny that comes through. And make that dollar that you spend here worth it. And bring that back to our economy. I think the money's fine. I think it's worth that we probably need to bring back to it. Mikhail is bringing that to SoulFood, and the best of who we are stays with Mikhail. Okay, and then my goddesses, Sarah, Katie, and little Amira May. Oh, I am safe to speak the truth because they are with me. They every day, through the moments of taking out the trash, to the moments of having a concert to go to the highest mountain in the world. And now I see it in Katie and little May, who when she smiles, she looks just like her mama. And when she rages, she looks just like her papa. You are the best of who I am. And we have a family. Thanks for bringing me a family. we will hurry home. I'd like to take this time to turn the stage over to John, my brother John, who is going to answer probably those questions of like, wait, Clint is seriously going to go to Mount Everest? And right, how are we going to do this? And who are we going to play for? And how is it going to work? And show us a little glimpse of the towns, the villages that we're going to go to. John is our knight, and with his sword, we'll be taking this trip. So, Mr. John Maurer, everyone.
Wow. What to say after that? So, yeah, strange. I coach a lot of people about how to use microphones, but I never actually try to use one. Give me one. Thanks. What to say? I don't even really know where to begin to describe the experience that this place has brought me. Makes me smile thinking back to that first day with Clint and really looking in this building and seeing it empty and just kind of an ugly concrete floor and not a lot in it. But seeing something in Clint and seeing something in Sarah that was a vision, that was inspiring. And yeah, from that moment on, I knew, well, I want to be a part of this. I want to. There's something here for me. I'm not sure what it is yet. We've done a lot of stuff in this building. A lot of amazing things. The first time I ran sound for this stage, there was a cardboard box, I think, sitting over there. And boy, I remember at that time I was so nervous. I was like, that is the most technical thing I've ever had to do. I don't know how in the world we're going to make that work and put on this show for this whole room of people and not look like we're just pirates just winging it. We pulled it off, and we've been pulling it off 3 times a week for 4 years at least. And we've had all kinds of impact. I really do it because I believe in this community. I believe in the people that are brave enough to stand up on this stage and bare their hearts. It's awful nice of Clint to say that I'm the knight, but that it's pretty easy to sit behind the scenes and just try to make sure everything goes as well as possible. It takes a lot to make this place run, and I'm proud and honored to have an opportunity to try to help with that. Yeah, we're gonna go do something in 5 days that I never imagined I would be able to do, and I'm sure I never would have jumped at the opportunity without the inspiration of Clint. I think I don't know. I've got a lot of answers maybe, but I don't have a whole lot of questions. It seems like, and so Clint and Sarah. A lot of questions. Right. Clint and Sarah and the rest of the staff here and the rest of the community here have really inspired me to sort of recognize those questions and try to walk through living in this town consciously and this is something that I really felt was really important. We met this inspiring gentleman. He came in and we sat down, had a cup of coffee in the corner over there, and he described this place where he grew up, and these incredibly tough, inspiring people, and described their life as happy, and they're so proud of who they were and what they had, and then described carrying each other 3 days to the nearest hospital, and just people suffering with medical conditions and just other things that we take for granted here. But the one thing that they did have was heart, and that really shined through with him, and it was inspiring. And I wanted to help him tell his story, just as I want to help everybody else who stands up on this stage and tell their story. And I wanted to tell everybody I could, right? So this place this stage has given me the opportunity to try to do that. We tell everybody we possibly can, and we say it proudly, and we walk tall as we tell our story. And Clint and I are going to go with one heart and take one step at a time and try to continue to tell that story. And it's the story of all of you, of this community, and what it takes to run a business like this. This business is about stewardship. It's about taking the dollar that comes in and using responsible, conscious practices to try to bring that dollar back into the same community that gave it to us. And it's the right thing to do. And we want to go try to help the people in this region do the same thing, as well as try to take care of their natural resources and their environment. This is an incredible place that brings a lot of attention to their area. I think Mount Everest being in Nepal is probably the first thing on their list, that brings people in. And they have a lot of work to do, I think, to try to keep that clean and to minimize the impact on that area. And so we'll go and help them tell that story, and hopefully help them sing their story to as many people as we can. So we've got a few slides. Clint's good with a guitar.
John's got PowerPoint.
I'm not. I got PowerPoint. Ouch. So yeah, where are we going? So Clint and I are going to go to the base camp of Mount Everest. We've been planning this trip, I want to say about a year and a half. Had a lot of help, got a lot of wonderful advice, wonderful information, got a lot of support from all over in the community. Personal support, corporate support, financial support, just pats on the back and just reminders that it might be scary to do some of this stuff, but it's worth it. And once we got started with it, it isn't something that you can kind of stop, right? It keeps going, and that's because every step we took and every challenge that we came to, we found that this was definitely what we wanted to do and the right thing to do. So we're going to go to Nepal. And here's Nepal. It's a very small, landlocked country, right in between two Asian superpowers, India and China. And the people of the Himalaya have been there for eternity and been able to sort of maintain independence among these very powerful nations around them, and it's because they're special for sure. Let's see. These are the shows that we are going to play. So we've just played Redmond. Congratulations, you've all helped successfully kick off the first international world tour of Clint McCune. Our next stop is 5 days from now, really 6 days from now, because we're going to cross a date line in Seoul. We're going to spend about a day in Seoul, so it's not an official date. I don't think they know we're coming yet, but, you know. Yeah. So they have... Yeah, somebody else from Seoul, and they have internet there in the airport, so it's pretty much like this. You know, we'll be doing the same things we do here, and trying to stream that experience. After we arrive in Seoul, we will fly to Kathmandu. We'll spend a couple of days in Kathmandu just taking care of the last few logistic items that need to be taken care of, make sure everything is going to run. Setting up a show for somewhere between 5 and 7 artists would be easy, or wouldn't be easy even here in some of these locations, and certainly not easy in this area. So we're going to make sure that all works. We're bringing a whole lot of equipment to try to help that along, and we have a few of those things here. Things like power and you know, how you get big main speakers up a dirt trail are some of the challenges for this show. It's been interesting. Then we're gonna go to from Kathmandu. We'll fly to Lukla, which is a very interesting airport. And
someone told us that on the Discovery Channel. Whoa, hello.
Turn down the reverb.
Someone said that Discovery Channel rated Lukla as the most dangerous airport in the world. Not that it's had the most amount of accidents, it's just that you got to be a really good pilot to get there. The runway is uphill to land, and then it comes downhill to take back off. That's where we're going.
Yes.
Yes. It's a Nerf airport. The whole thing's lined with Nerf.
Whole thing's lined with Nerf. It's the safest airport in the Himalaya. And the busiest, is from what I understand. At that point, we're going to start walking. And we'll tell you a little bit about that. So from Lukla, that's basically as close as you can get to Mount Everest by plane, train, or automobile. And we'll stop there, get all of our stuff together, and I think that's where we meet our yaks. Yeah. At that point, yeah. So we'll try to film that and send some of that along. We'll start walking up the Mount Everest Trail. This is elevation. This is 2,800 meters. And
we like to look at it in meters because it seems a lot smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's yeah. It's I have to actually look. I should have done my translation. I thought I was going to have all my facts. It's yeah, it's 10,000 feet at least, I believe.
Okay, no, we're fine.
Yeah, it's somewhere between 10 and 12. The interesting thing about this trek is they don't really, we don't know how long it's going to take us to get to Namche. We just know how many feet in elevation we'll have to climb, which is somewhere between probably 1,200 and 2,000 feet a day. So it'll probably take us a couple of days. We'll get up to the Namche Bazaar. That should be a huge party, yeah. 9,400 feet at Lukla. Yeah. It's going to be way easier than we thought. Yeah.
We're raising lots of feet fast.
Right. From the Namche Bazaar, we're going to go from there up to Everest Base Camp, and it's not even on this map. I should have blown it up a little bit bigger. It's a ways up from there at about 3,800 meters. Up to Everest Base Camp at about 17,590 feet. somewhere between there. The base camp area is pretty large. It looks like it's probably a mile or two of just sort of rubble rock at the bottom of the glacier, and there's a famous ice fall, the Kumbu ice fall, that it opens up onto this area. There's not a Walmart on that side, but on the other side of Mount Everest. So, right. This is Mount Everest up here. The triangle up there is Mount Everest. On the other side of that, on the Chinese side, there's another base camp, and that is more developed than the Nepal side. The Olympic torch went through there, I believe, recently. So there's a paved road, and there's pictures of Sherpas on motorcycles. But that's not where we're going. We're going instead to the less developed side, and we'll play a concert there at base camp. Looks like a couple of people may have played at base camp there, so we'll attempt to find out where that is and try to find the best places we can. That's the thing. We'll figure that out. It's about 18,000 feet is the current world's record as we understand it. It was set in 2007 by an inspirational benefit concert to support cancer and cancer survivors. So we'll take a look at where they played and see if that's something we can do.
And that's the thing about the job of a musician is to play the highest concert anytime. Right. So that's the thing. Let's not bring this microphone either.
That one stays. Yeah. I mean, we'll fix it. That's right. I think that's a really good point.
At base camp, there isn't a stage, so we'll go there day before the concert, and the Sherpas and the musicians, we will clear rocks, which is the only thing up there, out of the way, and build a wall behind the stage, and then that'll be our stage. Put some prayer flags up there, have a big tent from Mountain Hardware. That'll be the backstage pass area, I think. And then we'll set up our speakers. Yep. A little green room, right? I know. The funny thing about this trek is that normally the Sherpas are taking up hikers, right? And a trek is a trek, and you go to get to the top of the thing, and then you stop, and you turn around, you go back down, you know you did it, right? We're musicians. We're going on tour. So I have this funny feeling of like first thing in the morning where the Sherpas will be up and ready to go and everything like that. Musicians will be like, hey,
we'll catch you.
We'll meet up with you, man. Yeah.
Right. Lunchtime.
So we'll try to combine the tour and the trek.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This time of year is kind of the beginning of the season, and it's just finished its monsoon times, which is good. And in the beginning of the season, there's usually a few hundred people at base camp. By middle of April, there's 1,000 people at base camp. You can see that one of the biggest problems with summiting Mount Everest is the traffic, the people that are also attached to the ropes trying to get up too in record time. And so
we've
a lot of people.
We've talked to a lot of people who have summited over the last year, a lot of Sherpas, and they describe people trying to get up to the summit on the ropes, and the faster climbers having to sort of walk around them and try to get through, and really that being a big barrier.
Can you imagine being on the side of a cliff, unroping, taking the harness off the rope, and then just passing hikers going, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, with China 4,000 feet that way.
Right, yeah. So a lot of tourism, a lot of impact. So that's just one more story we'd like to tell while we're there. Probably 1,000. It's hard to say how many people will actually be there, and it's hard to say how many of them will be trekking as they go through. So we definitely expect several Sherpas. That we know will definitely be. So there'll be local Nepalis there as well. So we'll have local Nepali musicians with us, and hopefully try to bridge the cultural gap between their culture and ours in a way that's not just trekking up the top. And I say just trekking like it's some like it's not an incredible feat.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't even know, right?
we have
If we go there and like we bring this epiphany of like chorus, like we just go to the chorus. A lot of mantras, just same thing, same. Go to the chorus.
What we have observed is very emotional folk music from that area. So I think Clint will fit in just fine.
Perfect.
So we think it's gonna work out well.
Emotional folk music. Find me there in
emotional
your
folk
record
music in
store in
America.
that section.
That's exactly. Yeah. So from base camp, we get to do something a little bit different. So where this was easy to find these kind of maps because there's big trails that head up to the Everest base camp. But the next show we're gonna play is, I believe it's pronounced Salari. And this is the closest big town to our guide's village. And part of what we're raising money for this evening is to help make an album and to tell this story and to take us up to this great opportunity. But the other side of this is to raise awareness for the Seven Summits Foundation. And this is the area that AC Sherpa will focus on in the benefit concerts that we'll be going to play. And he's done a bunch of great work. He and a bunch of local business people and companies in Redmond have supported him for over 5 years. They just got done putting in a hydroelectric power system for this small village. They had to do that first so that they could come back with this effort and try to build hospitals and schools. So now they'll have some power to actually run that equipment. So he's trying to raise $600,000 with this effort this year. Not only what we're doing, but also in other summit efforts and benefits that he'll raise.
And he will be leading 3 different treks this season. The first one is ours, and there's other climbers, trekkers that are going on this concert trekking adventure to just be audience members. But then he'll do 2 other treks, and he'll attempt to summit 3 times in one season, which will break the world's record as well. Yeah.
He broke it last year climbing the 7 summits, the 7 highest summits on each continent in less than 42 climbing days. He's a speed climber, to say the least.
Which is kind of why he and I hooked up.
Yeah, right? It made perfect sense for him to be involved with us, right? An inspirational gentleman who wants to use his voice to try to support where he's from and try to give the Himalayan women and children an opportunity besides mountaineering and trekking in order to try to improve their lives. And that was definitely something I could get behind. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll get a chance to walk off the main Everest Trail and walk into the home neighborhood of our guide, and we'll play in Salari.
You know, one thing I just got to say when we leave the base camp, we will be participating in another event going on up there, which is a cleanup effort.
Yeah.
The mountain is trashed. There's oxygen bottles and dead bodies left there.
Right.
It's a place to go conquer. And so what's left behind is what we'll also be taking down with us in sleds the next day to also put our action where our
Well,
Yeah.
so it's not something that I'd really thought about before, but part of what these the more conscious Sherpas do on their way back down is just that. And I believe he said he brought 3 down with him.
Not only did he summit, but he brought 3 frozen bodies down and made sure they got cremated, and
Yeah.
and that the families knew and were.
He did the right thing.
Yeah.
On his way.
Yeah.
And so we'll gather as many people as we can and play him a show, sing nicely for him, and then we'll ask him to stay and help us pick up as much trash as we can and bring it down to the bottom of the national park and offer it as gifts to everybody who came to visit.
Yeah.
And so that's thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that'll be the day after. We think on March 23rd is when that's currently planned. So we'll walk from there down to Salary, and then go finally from Salary back to the metropolis of Kathmandu.
Yeah.
We'll sort of find out what happened with our effort at that point. If that'll probably be our first opportunity to really see what the reaction to our base camp concert is.
Because the whole time that we're trekking, Television Nepal will be trekking with us and showing the country on their evening news what we're doing. And at the end of this whole trek, coming back down to Kathmandu, we'll meet, play a concert, do a press conference, and meet with different cabinet members from their government who were part of the beginning ideas of doing a concert up there. See if we can get enough people behind to affect change and actually change some policies. The good thing about having a small country is that you can actually connect and communicate and see if we can make a difference that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, quick timeline slide. Cool. So we've met 2 milestones as of tonight. We've kicked off the international tour. The next big milestone. Yes. The next big milestone is when we leave. We leave in 4 days. And Julie, if you wouldn't mind scrolling all the way down there, we return back here in roughly 34 days. So keep watching, and we'll show you where to find that. We're gonna,
Not just Cat Stevens, but Bob Seegers too.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Because we represent all paths. Will you mute one for me?
Sorry. Doesn't like me. So who will take us? We talked a little bit about how we'll get there, or what we'll take, and who will take us. Well, we mentioned our guide a little bit. AC Sherpa, but we've met a lot of interesting people from this region. Sherpas are obviously the world-famous mountaineers, but they're also the indigenous people of this region. The area that we're going to, the last show we're going to play, Salary, is really the capital of the Solakambu district, and that's where this entire sort of race of people are from. Here's an example of a local Sherpa that we had a great opportunity to talk to just a couple of weeks ago with the ambassador for Nepal at the Mountaineers Club in Seattle, and he told us the story of how many people to expect at base camp at this time. This is him on top of Mount Everest. Incredible people, such a gentle, happy people. I'm really looking forward to getting an opportunity to meet them and to get to know them a little better. Why are we going? We talked a lot about this, I think, already, but I think for me it's really about stewardship. But I think there's a lot of things that we could do in this area to help support and empower it's the people who are from here. But it's really about the things that are most important to me. My children. I know those are the things that are most important to these folks as well. So we're here to be good stewards of the environment, good stewards of the economy, good stewards of our art, and good stewards of our technology, and try to raise awareness and raise the consciousness of this area as much as we can. And that's why I want to go, for sure. And we will, as always, we will be broadcasting it live at clintmccune.com. So please, while we're away, keep us in your thoughts and keep watching our website. We'll post as frequently as we can get bandwidth, for sure. And if we can't do it live, then it'll be recorded and posted as soon as possible. So thanks everyone for your attention this evening. Thanks so much for all the support that's coming from so many people in the neighborhood. I can't thank you enough, and that's all of these faces is what I will remember, and what I'll think of when we're up on the top of this mountain trying to, sing as loud as we possibly can.
Zoe, Eli, you want to come up and hug your papa?
Yay. Thank you. All right. And I will shut up. Can you give us one?
Yeah.
And let Clint start to sing again.
Post-art. Oh, yeah. If you want to take our relationship to that next level and be a friend on Facebook, we'll be posting the pictures there and shouting it there. And if you do go on that world, the thing about that tool is that a lot of people can find out in a short amount of time and bring different communities together. So spread the word that way. Spread it over a cup of coffee, too.
Absolutely. Tell everyone.
Revolution never starts with a warning. A revolution never sends you an omen. A revolution just arrives like the morning. Ring the alarm, we got to wake up the snoring. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. They telling you to never worry about the future. They telling you to never worry about the horror. They telling you that you will never see the torture. Spend it all today and we will bill you tomorrow. Tomorrow's today. 3-piece suits with bank accounts in Bahamas. Wall Street crime will never send you to the slammer. Tell all the children in the arms of the mamas. The F-15 is a homicide bomber. TV commercials for a pop-a-pill culture. Drug companies circling like a vulture. Amaraki babies with a G.I. Joe father. 10 years from now, is anybody gonna bother? Yell fire! Addicted to the same nicotine. Everyone addicted to the same gasoline. Everyone addicted to the Technicolor screen. Everybody gotta get their hands on the same green. From the banks of the river to the banks of the greedy. All of the rich is taken back by the needy. We come from the country, we come from the city. Play us on a record, you can play us on a CD. All the shit they giving us is fertilizer. The seeds that we planted, we can never brutalize or tell the corporations they will never globalize it. Like Peter Tosh says, legalize it. From boys and the girls in the bass and the treble, rumbling in the speakers and it makes me wanna rebel. Throw your hands up and take it to another level. Never, ever, ever make a deal with the devil. Yell fire. Revolution never starts with a warning. Revolution never send you an omen. Revolution just arrives like the morning. Ring the alarm, we got to wake up the snoring. Hell yeah! All right, let's get higher. Let's go farther. Let's go to the sky right now, right? Some sweet words from Rick Levine. Will you come up and take us to the sky? Yeah. This tribe, holy moly. This tribe is big enough to fit Rick Levine. Rick Levine, everybody.
I'm not sure these words are going to be sweet. This is the family. Wow. Wow. Just a short poem. In order to get to Nepal, it's like it used to take months in order to make a trek like that. And now it just happens in a matter of... Yell fire. I know, that's why I touched it. Short poem about flying. Wings of steel, wings of song, 8 miles high I travel along. The stewardess asks in a voice so sweet, would you care for a little something to eat? Something to eat or something to drink? I'd love to, I say. And then I think, every day we do such incredible things. We fly so high on aluminum wings. We do it often with such a great ease and go anywhere we possibly please. We trust our lives to the pilot and crew, yet give little thought to this thing so new. You see, history changes all that is true. What once was imagined are now things we do. Flying was once reserved for the birds, the views of a few and their poetic words. But even those with a vision of what futures might bring could not have dreamed up this man-made thing, 200 people each in his own seat, with a view of the clouds and something to eat. Hey, Clint, from all of us to you, bon voyage, and we'll see you on the flip side.
You muted for a second, Jen? Okay. You know, it's been a long concert when everybody knows the microphone that doesn't really work well. You know, so a good open line of communication. Mr. Trouble, come walking this way. Huh? The year gone by feels like one long day. But hard road out of Heartbreak City. Built a roadside carnival of hurt and self-pity. It was all wrong. But now I'm moving on. There ain't no church bells ringing, no, there ain't no flags unfurled. It's just me and you and the faith we're bringing to the real world. You and me, and to the real world. I built a shrine in my heart. It wasn't pretty to see, made out of fool's gold and memories on the tears they cried. But now I'm stepping out over the rise. I'm searching for one true moment of love and truth. I still got a little faith. What I need is some proof tonight. I'm looking for it in your eyes. There ain't no church bells ringing, hell, there ain't no flags unfurled. It's just me and you and the hope we're bringing to the real world, right? Real world. Well, tonight I just wanna shout. I feel my soul waist deep and sinking into this black river of doubt. Well, I just wanna rise and walk along the riverside, and when the morning comes, I don't wanna hide. I will stand right by your side with my arms open wide. I'm gonna ask some questions. I'm gonna ask for some help. Thanks, guys. I'm tired of running scared. So baby, let's get our bags packed. We'll take it from here to hell, to heaven and back. Love is hopeless, hell, if it's hopeless at best. Well, come on, put on your party dress, 'cause it's ours tonight. We're rolling with the tumbling dice. There ain't no church bells ringing, no, there ain't no flags unfurled. It's just me and you and the faith we're bringing to the real world. Oh, into the real world. Thanks, Mama, for bringing me into the real world. My mom's here tonight. My mom and dad raised me to be a good steward. My mom and dad raised me in a little place on Hollywood Hill called Rain Song Ranch. My dad would take the neighborhood every week on trips out into the woods or out into the sea through his television show called Exploration Northwest on Como TV. trying to build a community, show everybody that the Pacific Northwest here is beautiful, and we got to take care of it. And that's how I was raised. Right? Yeah. Whether it's here or in the Himalayas, whether it's here or in the next town over, we'll be good stewards. Thanks, Mama. This peace train, take this country, come take us home. Mikhail, come talk to us about home. You come up. I don't think a night's complete without you speaking some truth to us. Yeah.
Have you heard the news? There's a couple of boys going to Nepal. Clint's got his rain song guitar. John, he knows how to stream it from the top of the world. They're going to the roof of the world. They're taking this stage right here to the roof of the world, called Nepal. I've seen many boys come and go. I've seen some grow up and set roots, and some grow up and move away to take wings. The years of a boy's life, they go so fast. Boys want to hurry up and be men. And then comes a day they wish they could be boys again. I'll tell you a secret. I know two such a ones who know this secret, and they're going to Nepal. They know the secret. No one grows up. They may look grown up, but it's a disguise. Men and women are still children. deep in their hearts, you're all children, whether you know it or not. You still would like to jump and play. Sometimes that heavy clay won't let you. You want to shake off every chain the world has put on you. Take off your watches and your neckties and your Sunday shoes and return naked to that swimming hole we all dream of going back to. Just for one day. You want to feel what it's like to be free. You know that there's a mama and daddy at home who'll take care of things and love you no matter what you have or haven't done with your living years. Have you heard the news? There's a couple of boys going to Kathmandu. They're going to sing from the roof of the world. And thanks to John, we're going to be watching. We're going with them. Behind every face of the meanest man you've ever seen, there's this scared little boy trying to wedge himself into a corner where he can't be hurt. Well, there's some people going to Kathmandu who are taking that fear and putting it in their back pocket. And they're going to sing the song that's in their heart. And they're going to stream it to the world. It's not such a large place anymore. I've seen plenty of boys grown into men. And I want to say one word to you. Remember. Everything and anything. Without remembering, don't go through another day without remembering why you're here, what it's all about. And tuck that memory away like a treasure, because that's what it is. Memories are sweet doors. Sweet dreams, they're teachers. Memories are friends. Disciplinarians even. When you look at something, don't just look. See it. Really see it. See it so when you write it down someday, you can describe it. So somebody else can see it too. It's easy to walk through life deaf, dumb, and blind. You can live 1,000 lifetimes if you want to. You can talk to people you'll never set eyes on, in lands you'll never visit. If you're good and you're lucky, you have something worth saying, it won't leave you alone. Let your truth come out. Have you heard the news? There's a couple of boys from our neighborhood who are taking this stage to the roof of the world. A place we all dream of going. Now we're going there. And John, he knows how to scream it. Clint, he knows how to scream it. And we know how to hear it. We're going to be there watching. Don't think too hard. Sometimes thinking gets in the way of doing. what's next for you to do. So just take those baby steps. Hold a child's hand and let them lead you home. This is a magical, mystical night. Begins this mistral journey to Nepal by two boys that will not grow up or lose their dreaming for a better world. If you haven't heard the news, there's a couple of boys from our neighborhood, and they're going to Nepal, and they're going to make a difference like Nepal's never seen at a base camp. You just never know what's going to happen next on this stage. Love you guys.
Well, I got myself a 10 gauge, and I got myself a gun. Got myself some bearskin boots in a cabin made of log. Well, I like it here, out here on my own. I said I'm a mountain man. Better leave this ass alone. Sometimes when I'm wandering, I look down from my house. Then I think about going back, but then again I don't think I will. No, 'cause I never wanna go through that again. I said I'm a mountain man, and the mountains need old friends. Oh, I'm a mountain man. I'm a mountain man. I'm a mountain man. I'm a mountain man. Or at least Education Hill guy. The guy who summited Rose Hill. I'm a mountain man. I just want to take this moment to also do something I've never done before and thank some sponsors. I've never done that before. I want to say for the jackets and the sleeping bags, for Mountain Hardware down in Seattle. Thank you very much for giving us the hookup. For the Seven Summit Foundation, who walked in our door and dared us to dream globally. The Seven Summit Foundation. To Seattle Backpackers Magazine, who's sending their top writer and top photographer Erica with us to tell the tale. To Rain Song Guitars, the toughest guitars in the world, made in Woodinville with the toughest guys in the world too. Thank you to Rain Song for putting this guitar into my hands, and we'll put it to the test. And to SoulFood, to you, thank you very much for helping us raise money tonight through our Kickstarter campaign, which supports the album that we're recording, Play the Truth. The Seven Summit Foundation to raise the money for them. Thank you. the essence of dentistry for making sure we got toothbrushes and the essence of dentistry and the local neighborhood dentist, which is the wife of AC Sherpa. And they have provided assistance for the trip. And they go to Nepal every year and do free dental work for as many people as they can. Essence of dentistry. To North Face for this gear. These big yak sacks. Oh yeah, and Kevin Oakes says, he pulls me aside very seriously and he's like, hey, if you're working with yaks and they're giving you trouble, there's a old Nepali saying that'll help. It says, yakety yak, don't talk back. Just thanks, Kevin. We'll use that indigenous language to guide our way. Right? To the freeze-dried food that was made for us. So we fill our bellies. Thank you very much for that. The first time I ever played a kickoff night to a tour that goes halfway around the world. Thanks for being part of it. Love you guys. I am leaving here on the morning plane. And I will never see this world again. Oh, and I felt pleasure. Oh, and I felt pain. Oh, and I know now I will never be the same. So if the sun does shine and rain does fall, I'll give thanks I've had my sight to see through it all, to see it all. Oh, and I felt pleasure. Oh, and I felt pain. Oh, and I know now I will never be the same. We will never be the same. Oh, thank you. Namaste. I got one more song to play for you just because McCanda's here tonight. Oh, McCanda. McCanda, our sweet soul sister, who oh no. It's her favorite song, right? I wrote that one for her. That's my grand finale. I'm going to tune for you all to end the evening. Thank you. I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. You don't really care for music, do ya? You guys know it. It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your throat and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Maybe I have been here before. I know this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, but love is not some victory march. It's a call and a holy hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds. Poor people gonna rise up, get their share. Poor people gonna rise up and take what's theirs.